We're going to try to get started, Bigfoot World. We're waiting on YouTube like always. Hopefully. All right, guys. First thing first, give me a thumbs up. Can you guys hear me, see me? What's going on, Bigfoot World? We're going to try to get started. I'm in the middle of a thunder and lightning storm, so I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay live before it shuts off. The funny thing, thanks, Deborah. What's going on, guys? Loud and clear. Glad to see everybody's popping in here. Everybody's getting their notifications. I'm going to try on my laptop to find my channel. I've been trying to find my channel on this laptop so I can see you guys' comments and I ain't got to look over here when the camera's over here. And I just can't find my channel. Like they hid my channel from me. I don't know what's going on here. But anyways, you're going to have to deal with me looking over here so I can see what you guys are saying for a minute until I can get my laptop working. I don't know if it's the storm messing shit up or what, but it's messed up. It's really messed up. What's going on, Larry? I see you on there, Wendy. Everything's good. Annette's in the house. Annette messaged me, cussing me out. You better be live tonight. You guys are starting to scare me. I had to go live. Where am I? I can't find me at all. Nothing ever wants to work right. Internet problems. Yeah. It's just a storm. It was all good until the storm started. I got Cookie on my lap. Man, she gave me a hard time because she's scared of thunder and the lightning. She ain't left my side at all. It's giving me everything but my... I'm about to give up on it, guys. Not the live stream. I'm about to give up on my laptop. I'm going to have to see the comments on the big screen, guys. Ever since I moved this office around and got new equipment in here, it's just been a mess. I'm ready to just put it back the way it was. I was better off. No energy. I hear you, Kim. I've been that way for like 2 months now, trying to get out the ruts. It's like a mission impossible. It's a mission impossible. But definitely feel better. You might want to get back out into the woods. It did me some justice, man. Just getting out there, moving around, seeing what's going on out there, seeing them baby deers running around. It's like your meditation. It is thunder and lightning loud. I got Cookie scared. Look at her. Look. Bigfoot World wants to see you, puppy. Quit being scared. Quit being scared, puppies. She's scared to death of this going on, man. Right? Yeah, it is. It's doing bad too here. Thundering and lightning. It's nuts. If it works, don't fix it. That's what I'm saying, Leo. I'm definitely gonna put it back to the way it was because I can't get used to this. This ain't the way I want it. I'm used to looking at you guys and seeing the comments right there, right beside the camera, but I got shit all messed up. But anyways, I see you guys got a chance to watch the last video, my last trip out, and a lot of you guys didn't get to see what I seen. I mean, I'm gonna put up a timestamp. I should have did it. I was just seeing how many people seen it and how many didn't. You got 6 afraid of the storm. They're scared to death. This must be a Chihuahua thing. She's stuck to me like glue. I can't even put her down. She'll come right back. That's just the way she is. But she my babies. Cook, it's alright, man. It's alright, puppies. I'm gonna get into it, guys. There's 64 people here. But anyways, guys, if you watch that video, you seen when I turned around, when the rock started coming in, I turned around and I was trying to figure out which direction these rocks was coming from, and something crossed from left to right, straight through, like 6 feet up behind the trees. You could see the whole motion of it going through the leaves, moving the leaves out the way as it came across. I watched that video so many times, it was just crazy. And then I turned around and started walking away, and this fear set in on me like you wouldn't believe, man. This fear, like if I didn't get up out of there, something about to happen very soon. But I didn't even know where I was to try to leave out of there. I had no idea, no clue. I looked at the map and I was still lost. It's like there's a straight line going from where I was to the vehicle, but it's like I got rock faces I got to go around, climb down. It was a mess. It was just, and then I would lose signal for a half hour. On the last video, guys, the reason why the video just shut off abruptly like that, the battery flat out died. I mean, it was done. And then I had a backup battery. I put the backup battery in, and it was dead. Like I didn't charge either one of them. It kind of pissed me off, but that's what I ended up with on that trip, guys. It's definitely a nice spot, a new spot. It's assuming it's miles in. It's definitely worth it. I just got to get a head start, get up early, like 5 in the morning, and get out there. A lot of it seemed like on that video, like maybe 70% seen it, and the rest is like I ain't see shit. I ain't hear shit. I ain't even hear no rocks. When the rocks was the main things that you could really hear. You can hear them whizzing through the leaves, bouncing off the ground. And that's what caught my attention when I turned around. And then that thing, like that predator thing, just came through the trees. That shit freaked me out. I should have a camera pointing straight behind me. I've been seeing a lot of comments about that. I have a what is it, a GoPro, but it's just video, it's not audio. So I'm thinking about charging that up and strapping that somewhere. The last time I tried that, it's like the whole time I was walking, the camera was facing down at the ground, and it was like wasted footage. You know what I mean? So I just left that alone. I didn't try it again. But if I can find some kind of amount where I can strap it to my backpack and it'll stay up, I'm gonna try it. Those were nice rock mazes. They definitely was, but going through there, man, it's scary as hell. By yourself, and it's tight. You got like 2 feet you're walking in through, and it's maybe 40, 50 feet up in between there. You don't know what's going to happen. Anything could happen, and you're hearing crunches up ahead of you. It's like, what world am I in when you're in shit like that? How's the grandbabies? They're good. They're getting spoiled as usual. They're little badasses. My little Pakistan. That's my dude. His name's Paxton, but I piss Can off and call him Pakistan. I always tell him we're gonna go blow some shit up when he's older. We're gonna have some fun. My first grandbabies. They do make hat mounts. That's what's up. All the Flintstone condos. I've been seeing rock structures in there too, like carvings in the rocks. I don't know if it's like from the water getting beat down on and it just took that shape. But there's a lot of them look like faces, heads in there. There's some weird shit going on there. I didn't really comment on it, but I'm looking at them like this. These are like somebody took time out here and just carved all these heads out of these rocks out here. But Yinzu had some funny shit to say about that, so I didn't even say it. I had some, like in Bigfoot land, I had some similar like that happen when we was going in through the maze of Bigfoot land. They was crossing up above us. We was into the woods with Deb and that night, And through that night when we was dealing with that owl, that barred owl, howling, hooting, they was up above us, crisscrossing. We got them on camera like 7, 8 times, just jumping from one side to the other, like following us as we was going along through that maze. And I learned my lesson on that. If you notice, we ain't been back through that maze again at night. You don't know what they're going to do while they're up there. How am I doing? I'm good, Kathy. I'm bouncing back slowly. I was down in the dumps for a while for no reason whatsoever. I mean, I have everything in the world going for me. Got a good job. I got you guys. I should be on top of the world, but at the same time, as you guys know, and you guys, the ones that's been following me for a long time, if there's like a positive or a negative energy that comes in, and somebody comes in, they're feeling down, a lot of shit on their mind, they'll fucking drop. There I go. They'll drop all this negative energy on me and walk out with all my positive energy, and you know what I mean. And going to the woods was like my outlet. I would release all this negative energy as I'm out in the forest, but it seemed like that release button was broke for some reason. Somehow I would go out there and I would leave still feeling all this negative energy, all this. I was just like, what's going on, man? I'm still feeling jacked up. I can't get rid of this. I can't shake it. And it just kept building up. I'll go to work. I would take this energy and this energy. I'm an operations manager of like 80 people in this building, and I'm getting all these negative energies coming at me at the same time. And I'm going home with like 80 people's energies, negative energies that I done took off of them, and I can't release this shit into the forest. My release button fucked up, so I kind of crashed. You know what I mean? I had to take a step back, figure something out, what's going on with me, whatever broke, fix it, and get this shit back on the road. So that's where I've been, guys. Just figuring shit out and trying to figure out how to get rid of all this negative energy, so to speak. Music works for me too. That was like my first thing to go to, and then I started going to the woods, and it was like a faster release. All this, as funny as crazy as it sounds, it's like the negative energy drained a lot quicker into the forest, if you can understand that. Energy rappers. I hear you, Kim. I mean, it's just ability, it's or a curse that I wish I didn't have. It's like when somebody knocks on my door, I got a sense of who it is. I already know who it is, what they want, how they want it, and why they want it. I mean, you know what I mean? I ain't saying I'm psychic, not by any means, but at the same time, it's like I can sense a lot of crazy shit. And I test myself all the time. I'll say it to myself, even whoever's here with me, I'll say it. It's such and such, and watch what they want. You know what I mean? And they'll come straight in here with this sad story or this and that, and let me borrow $20. And I just look at him like, and I do it to Fred all the time. Fred all the time. Fred knows, he knows what's going on. He don't even try to test it anymore. He kind of sees. But that's where I've been. That's what's been going on with that story, that sad song. It'll pass. I'll get through it. I need a price. Uh, you're right. You're right about that. And somebody asked me what size T-shirt I wear. I wear large, pretty much large, medium, large, however that goes. That's why Bigfoot leaves me alone. He really don't. That's the sad part. I mean, when I go into Bigfoot land, you would be surprised what they do, how they act. I took so many people up in Bigfoot land already. If they're in there, you'll know they're in there. If they're in that area, if they're in the area and they hear me coming in, they'll let. I don't know if it's them letting the rest of the tribe know, or they're giving me a sign. Hey, yo, what's going on? Just back in here. I mean, they watched us. They watched my kids grow up. Mike, Jeff. They watched them boys grow up since they was like 10, 11. I've been taking them out into the forest, so they know us. They know us well, and it's starting to show. They react all the time when we run into each other. They more or less let me know they're there every single time. Right, Kevin? I'll never give up. That's one thing you guys gotta understand. I'll be doing this for life. I'll never quit. I know I've been getting a lot of messages, violent messages. You get your ass out there, man. Quit being lazy. Just you know what I mean? Why'd you quit? I didn't quit. I'll never quit. I just had to take a step back and just do me for a second. You know what I mean? I had to get right, and then I got back into it. Not only that, I wanted to find new areas. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm getting tired of going into the same areas, same shit, going in the same route. It's like I can tell you how many leaves is on this branch. It's you know what I mean. I need something new. I need a different adventure, new experience, and I'm going to find it. I'm going to get there. You know what I mean. Long out of Bigfoot. I think so, Ken. I think so. I think we're already in it, but I think so. You're right. Switching areas definitely is, and it's dangerous too because I don't know the lay of the lands. I don't know the fast way out. I don't know if I got to take off running. Am I going to go in deeper to the woods? That's what I was thinking. I jinxed myself. I need to stop doing that shit while I'm out there, man. I swear, because that's what happened this last time. I'm out there. It's like I sensed it. It's like I got to get going. I even said it. It's like I'm walking through here by myself. Damn. I'm walking through here by myself. It's like a movie waiting to happen. It, it's like I don't know where I'm at. I'm kind of lost. I just took off in this one direction, just trying to see if I can find some signs. And once I started finding the leans and the X's and the arches, I started following them. And before I realized, I don't even know what direction I came from. I then took a couple of lefts around a couple of rocks, and man, it's like, oh shit, I messed up. And then I had to walk around look for service for 20 minutes to even get this green line to my vehicle through the forest to where there was no way I'm walking through this shit. It was like this is gonna be maybe an all nighter. If it's gonna turn into an all nighter, my batteries are dead. I'm stuck out here. This is some bullshit. But I made it out. It was all good. It was definitely exciting. I'll be back out there again. I want to get Fred out there. I'm gonna get Fred out there and check some shit out. I seen a few holes that go pretty deep. I want us to get into on that trip out there. If I can find them holes again, that'd be a cool video. And it might, you never know what we're gonna run into. Your cousin had a dream she was running from the government in the forest and she heard loud stomping near her. She was so scared and she said one of them whooped, swooped her up and they kept running. That's crazy. That's an exciting dream. I had a similar dream on my right. Like I had my very first sighting on that camping trip in Susquehanna. That night I went to sleep and I had a dream so vivid, so real. Like they took me out of my body and I can see me leaving my body and they took me to their tribe and introduced me, took me, it's like showed me each member of their family and how they were so different. And it took me back to my body and put me back in. And I woke up. It's like, why did they show me that? Did they show me this for real? It like messed me up. It messed my head up. It was a dream like I'll never forget. In most dreams, 99% of my dreams, I don't even remember. I might remember like bits and pieces of somewhat of what it was about, but that dream, I remember every detail, every face. It's like they was really trying to introduce me to him, and I've been stuck there ever since. I've been doing this shit ever since that dream, pretty much. So I understand them dreams for sure. And you know how many stories there are out there of that same similar situation in real life, to where they was in, even Todd Standing, where Bigfoot saved him. I mean, it was the result of he got too close to him, and I guess it kind of hit him, pushed him down, and that stick rammed up in his side. He was bleeding out, bleeding to death out of his gut, and the Bigfoot took him, what was it, to a campsite or along a roadside, and laid him down where they could find him. That Sasquatch knew that he would be found. That saved his life pretty much. If he would have laid out there unconscious, bled out, he would have died. I mean, that's similar, same story to that. There's a lot of encounters where Bigfoot has saved people, like other dimensions when you're dreaming. Dreaming is definitely interesting. I think that's one thing I don't think they ever figured out where they come from. It's definitely dreams or something else. I heard Allegheny National Forest had. That's why I was so glad to hook up with Larry. He has that cabin out there right attached to Allegheny National Forest and Cooks National Forest. It's a beautiful. It's, man, that area is so beautiful. Now that it's grown in, I want to get back out there. I want to at least go one more time back out there, spend the weekend out there, and just explore, man. Just go crazy with it. The last trip, I was kind of disappointed in myself because it was, at the same time it was my birthday. I wanted to go have a good time, enjoy myself. Took a girl out there, you know what I mean. I did, I did like teenager shit pretty much. I did more teenager shit than I did researching, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself with it. The trips in the forest, the first trip was short. The second trip we got lost all morning, so it's like I need to go back and just fix that mess up that I did. You know what I mean? I want to go through Cook's Forest a little bit better. Some of them trees, man, was the size of my house. Them trees was big, man. They was big. If you see my Facebook page, you see where I was hugging that one tree. It was just so massive. It's massive. They got some of the biggest trees in the world up there in Cook's National Forest. I couldn't believe how big they was. I think that is the oldest forest, one of the oldest forests in the U.S. Teenager shit, second base. Hey man, I don't kiss and tell, but it was fun. I'll tell you that much. It was definitely. I enjoyed my birthday, man. Thanks to Larry, man. That was a great time. That great experience. Sitting at the fire at the fire inside the cabin. He got this gigantic picture window. You could see the stars and everything until this big creature was staring down at us. I mean, we had experiences out there. It was good. It was a great time. I want to go back. I'm gonna talk to Larry, see if I can get one more trip. See if I can just, even just me and Fred, get out there to where we ain't got no distractions, no females. We got just me and him out there researching day and night. Let's hit the forest, man. Let's see what we get into. We'll go so far out and sit and wait for daylight. See if we can find our way back. There he is, right there, Larry, my man, Larry. That road probably is flooded out. I guarantee it. All this rain we've been having, it's flooded out when it's a drought. So I can only imagine. But that is a great place, man. It really is a great place. I would love to go back up there one more time, check everything out. Just a good film. Get away, actually, just to get away from this work, get away from everything. Did I watch any Diesel? And I don't know. I'm not sure. That's what's that big headed Martian. Make sure I unlock the shit house. That was a crazy experience. That was funny. That was funny in itself, though, man. I swear, and an experience because listen, man, I went out there, I couldn't get the damn outhouse unlocked, and Larry told me that's the first thing he does when he gets there. He goes out and gets it unlocked, takes the lock off, and locks it back up on his way out. But I didn't do that until I had to go. I didn't think about the outhouse until I needed the outhouse, and when I needed the outhouse, it was bad. Man, I was drinking, what is it? That natural tea, lightweight shit. But I don't drink. I don't drink at all. So I was drinking some natural tea. We was playing some Uno, just bullshitting, just having fun, and it hit me. I had to go to the outhouse. So I get the key and I take the camera because it got the light mount on top of it, and I could just turn the light on. And I could see what I'm doing and unlock the shit half drunk, and I finally get the key in the hole and it won't turn. It's like rusted from being out in the weather. It's rusted up. It's locked up. So I go in and get Fred, and man, it was bad. Fred come out there. He couldn't get it. He was taking too long, and it was like turtlewood. I had to go. So I took off running to the woods, and I was gone. Man, this thunder and lightning is freaking my dog out. But I had to go. I went out and I can hear it when I'm sitting there and I can hear this thing walking up on me. And I'm thinking this is the wrong time for this. Why out of all times would this thing be walking up on me? I can't run. I can't I can't do nothing. And then next thing I know, it seemed like this. It's at the same time this thing walk up on me and stop like 10 feet right outside my light and watching me. And why I know this thing's watching me, I hear this thing that sounds like a UFO flying over top of me. So I stand up, my pants down, and while I'm standing up trying to figure out if it's a UFO, I'm kind of forget that this thing's standing there staring at me 10 feet into the dark. I freak out, and it's like a gigantic drone right over top of my head flies over, and I haul ass into the house, pants down around my ankles, trying to fight the door to get it shut. That was an experience I'll never forget. But at the same time, I don't know what was standing there watching me crap, or if that was a UFO in the sky. To this day, I don't know. But when I went back out the next day, I grabbed the bag and the shovel. I was going to go back out and get this shit cleaned up. And when I went out there, it was gone. It's like all of it was gone. I didn't. I don't know what happened, where it went, but it was gone. That was something. That was something. I don't know where it went, what happened to it, but it was gone. 100% disappeared. I need a compass, man. I need more than a compass. Don't you need a map with a compass to know where you're going? I'd be lost either way it went. Big headed Martian. And it's a part of the excitement to get out there and just get lost out to the forest and then try to find your way back out. Aliens rape you, shit. That's all I need. Shit, I had a couple that looked like aliens anyway. Try to rape me. You'd be surprised what's going on in Fayette County, man. Some of these girls around here look like aliens. You saw the other night. There's been a lot of sightings, Will, of different shit. I seen some shit in my day. Shit, you would think that I was crazy. People told me about a lot of stuff going on. One leg aliens. That's funny. But it is good to be back on here, guys, with you. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely missed you guys. I missed you guys a lot. It's like last Friday, I felt so guilty. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm in there. It's like 7:01. I'm looking at the clock, 7:05. I'm feeling guilty. It's like, man, I need to be in there talking to them. I need to tell them what's going on. I need to film in. I need to do something. But at the same time, it's like this: the angel and the devil on my shoulders. One, I'm talking about, you don't want to give them that poison. Just fall back, get yourself together, and come back. And the other one, nah, they're gonna leave. You better get on there. They're going. It's like it was. I was in my head with myself, but at the end of the day, I did the right thing. I stepped back, got myself together, and I got back up, and here we go again, guys. Let's get it going again. BLM has county land grass maps, and yeah, you're right, TN. I need to, before I leave, I need to start mapping shit out better. That's my problem. I'll just get on Google Earth and look at a spot and go to it instead of sitting here printing out a little layout, which way I can get in, where I can. I don't do none of that. I look at where I want to go, and then I get in my Jeep and let's go get it done. Let's go find this spot. It looks like a good spot. And I just did that a little bit ago. I found a good spot for this weekend that we're going to go to. It's pretty deep in, but there's like a mountain and 2 mountains behind it, and there's deep ass ravine. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's in between all these mountains, and it looks like there's nobody that ever goes down there for a while. It's so remote, and it's probably going to take us most of the day to get out there. So I think we're going to have to pack up a tent. Me and Fred going to get some lights together and like maybe spend the whole day hiking in, and then spend the whole next day just exploring around down in there, see what happens, and then the next day hike out because it's going to be hard to carry food, water, and all that shit down into where we got to get to. So I think it's going to be like a quick trip in, 1 day search, and then 1 day to get out type of thing. I think we're going to pull that shit off here real soon. That's coming up real soon. We ain't doing that this weekend, but I'm going to check out this area come Saturday and the Sunday morning. We're going to check out a couple things. I've been looking at Jeans area too. I want to get out there in Jeans area. That's another one that's been messaging me, cussing me out. Get your lazy ass off the couch. Your channel doing this shit. It fell apart. Ain't nobody even like you. He wasn't even nice about it. He was just missing me. That's Gene's way of missing me, telling me he missed me. There Geneva is. What's going on, Geneva? Audrey's in the house. It's good to see all you guys. And I know a lot of you guys been here from day one. I've been doing this shit, 7 years now, 8 years, maybe longer. 2 channels later. It's just crazy, and I'm still here. You're right, Rich. That's why I said Gene was right. He got me back up. I thought that creature was showing up all over the state. That you guys are still on that 3-toed creature. I seen that video that you sent me. I seen it. I looked at it. It's like you look at them 3-toed tracks, and then you go back on my video, and look at the 3-toed tracks. It's like no comparison. I'm not just saying that, but on my video, the hill it has a human hill that goes up into them 3 claws, and on that video that you sent me, them 3-toed tracks, it had a spur in the back, and it tells me that it's like a very large turkey. A super large turkey. That's what I think that one was a gigantic turkey. 3 toes, for whatever that word is. Saw recently that someone saw it. I don't know. I mean, hey, I swear I've seen some crazy. Listen, I think I told you guys this once before. It was a couple of months ago. I swear it was about 2 or 3 months ago. I got up for work. It was like maybe 2 a.m., 2:30 in the morning. I got up. I went outside to see what the temperature was like, so I know what I'm going to wear to work. If I'm going to go in shorts, tank top, or whatever. So I'm out on the porch and I'm looking and it's raining and shit, kind of foggy out. And I can see I'm on the third floor and I got a third floor balcony I can go out on, and I can see over the mountains. I can see all over Connersville, the whole city of Connersville. And when I'm looking out there, man, I see it's raining and foggy. So I turn around to come back in. I know it ain't bad. It's humid. And for some reason, some said, look back again. And I look back at Connersville, the direction of Connersville, and there's this. I don't know what kind of light it is. It's like a street light, a super tall street light that's over top of the main street going through Connersville. And I swear, at first, I thought it was like one of them hang gliders, like a person was coming down in a glider. The first, when I first seen it come around, it looked like a glider because it was like cocked at an angle going in. But I turned around and I looked at it and it circled around the light a second time. And that's when I seen this long ass tail with the triangle at the end of the tail. That damn thing was a dragon, man. I swear, hands down, no lie. I seen a freaking dragon flying over top of Connersville, but it was only like a 4 or 5 second thing. It made one pass around the light, and that's when I thought it was a hangar. So I'm thinking, is that military? Why would the hangars? Why would they be doing that here at this time of night? And then it circled around again the light, and it was a dragon, man. I'm telling you, I seen the dragon circle around this light at Connersville, the big ass dragon, and then it disappeared into the night as fast as it came in and circled around. It looped out into the night, and I couldn't see it again. That shit, that freak. That I mean, I think about it every now and all time. And now when I go out, I look for it. It's like that's the first thing I look for is to see if that dragon's flying around Connersville. I don't know what it was swooping down for, what it was doing, but I seen it, man. I seen it with my own eyes. There are several videos showing. Damn, there goes my voice. There are several videos showing dragons on YouTube. That's crazy. Yeah, there is. You're right. And some of them videos is the exact same dragons that I seen, just like in the castle movies, them old fashioned Dragon Slayer movies. They look just like that, man. Flying dragons. I'm telling you, Geneva, man. I seen it. You think I'm crazy, but that's what I seen. I seen a big ass dragon flying over top of Connersville. It was feeding on those bats that fly around. I don't know what it was eating. I like that, Tracy. That's cute. I just woke up, man. I wasn't dreaming. I was out on a porch just checking the weather, and that's what I seen. That's what I seen. And another crazy thing I seen, and I still to this day I didn't get a chance to film it. I'm going to one of these days, but I seen the mountaintop, a part of the mountaintop open up in these mountains. It's when I'm sitting out here on my balcony. I got like a bench out there I sat on, and I seen this mountaintop open up and smoke like clouds start rolling out of it. And I think it was two or three different, no, it was two different locations on this mountain. There was two different locations. This fog kept rolling up out of this mountain, right? And while I'm sitting there watching this fog roll out, it's covering up the whole skies. And like 15 minutes into this fog rolling out, you see lightning bolts coming from the ground up, like shooting up into these clouds, like they're generating a freaking storm. About a half hour after they was doing that, thunder and lightning, pouring down, raining. That I watched them generate a storm right out of these mountains, right here over top of us. It was crazy. It was nuts, man. I seen some crazy shit out there, just sitting out there. Thanks, Annette. We are up to 90 people. That's what's up. Puff the Magic Dragon by the Sea. Hey, man, Gene, I knew you had something to say. You ain't gotta believe me, but I'm telling you, I'm putting it out there. That's some real shit. That's what I seen, and that eventually I'm going to get that on film. I'm going to get that on film. I'm going to be out there one day, and I'm gonna catch it. The last time it happened, I tried to get it on film, but my phone was dead. My phone was I had like 1% flashing and shit, and I didn't get a chance to get it on film. But when it does happen again, I'm going to get it on film. You think, Geneva? You're going to see when that video pops up and the smoke rolling out the damn mountain. This fog coming out the mountain. It's like clouds, white clouds, and they shoot out. It's like a half a mile wide shooting out the top of the mountain in two different spots. And then you see these lightning bolts shoot up out of the ground, up into the clouds. After that, like not even half hour after that, we was thundering and lightning, going crazy with these thunderstorms, pouring down, raining. I mean, there's some shit going on that I can't explain. I just telling you what I'm seeing. Yeah, you gotta see good weed. That's beside the point, Steve. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna get this shit on film one of these days. It only takes one more time. Was the seven dwarfs running around woods? Nah, I wouldn't mind some company though. As long as they bring Snow White, I could take home. He was dreaming. I I was dreaming. That's cool, but as long as you guys know that there's shit out there that you just can't explain, man. I always get some UFOs on him. There was this guy that he worked at FedEx for a short period of time, but what was on the lines like working? I was talking to him, and I was telling him about my channel, Jay Guard. That's what's up, man. I appreciate that, but I forgot completely what I was getting ready. Oh, I forget his name, and he found out about my channel, what I was doing, what I'm into, and we just got started talking about it. And he started telling me stuff that he's seen. Like he lives near this old abandoned. It's an abandoned silo, a missile silo. It's like from the Cold War days or whatever, back in whenever they was doing their thing, but it's abandoned now. But all the time he's seeing stuff coming and going out of there, like it's not abandoned. It's on private property. He said it's like on 100 acres of property that he don't like do no wrong. He won't jump a fence here and there to check anything out. So with the signs are keeping him at bay, but he's seeing when he's down there fishing on the creek and stuff, he's seeing UFOs coming and taking off and landing. He showed me crazy ass pictures to where he's 20, 30 feet from a UFO that's on the ground with its lights going around, flashing on him like red, blue. It was different. I said, man, you need to start a YouTube channel with that shit. That'd be your first video. Take all them pictures, put them on a slideshow, post that up. People need to see this. The world need to see this shit, man. That's what the world want to see. What's really going on out here, and He has some crazy ass pictures, broad daylight, with UFOs landed in the field, like he's right there with them. Like, man, you need to show me where this shit is. I'll go film this shit. He's scared that the men in black will come after him if he did that. He's like collecting it for himself, taking pictures for himself. He ain't even taking videos. He's just taking snapshots of it and shit. You're right, Faye. That's a million. That, hey, man, I say that a lot. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you go, like that's the same thing with Bigfoot. Once you go into them woods and you see the structures and the markings and the corridors every so many feet, there's something. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's like you'll always see it. But if you don't know what you're looking at, if you don't know what the arches are, the X's are, if you're not, it's like you're blind to it. It's weird. Some of the people I take into the woods, I point out, and it takes me like a half a mile of structures. Like, why is this here? Check this out. Now you see that one there. This is the same exact thing, same bend, same brick wraparound. What is it? I mean, it takes them a while to say, hey, there's something going on here. Something's doing this. I don't see humans doing this. You know what I mean? But it takes, after a while, they start to see. And once you see, you can't unsee it. Long live Bigfoot, right? Seen them making a freak sudden high windstorm. It was like they were testing what they can do. You know, now that you say that, TM, you reminded me. I was watching a story. I don't know if it was on Bigfoot Odyssey, where these old couple was telling their story when they're on the porch. They're on like a homestead somewhere. I don't know if it was in Tennessee or someplace, but they was off onto his homestead, off by themselves, and they live around in the center of a forest somewhere. And she said they know when they're there, it's like she can see him and hear him over in this far corner of her property. And when they all move at the same time, and it sounds like the wind's moving when they went across that forest line. She says exactly what it sounds like the wind's blowing through the trees when they move, when they all moved at the same time. You're right, Bob. The exes do tell a lot. That like, and they're all different. If you know, some of them are standing up and down, some's on the ground, I mean, they do mean something. And it's not only that. There's always a third stick, whether it's like a Roman numeral underneath of it or it's off to the side. And I mean, there's a language going on there with them X's, and there's always other stuff around them X's. It's just what do they mean? A 360 sky that looked like a checkerboard. That's crazy, TM. Snippy black card of death fest. Oh yeah, I hear you. Well, they're higher than that. They got their own services nowadays. They're higher than the feds. I forget what they call them. There's something different nowadays. But that's something now. I don't get into that shit. I mean, I like listening to it and seeing it, but that's a bad road to get into because a lot of people came up missing going down that road. I ain't ready to come up missing yet. You wish you spoke Bigfoot. Not me, man. I heard him talk, and I don't want to talk like that. I don't want to talk like that. It's definitely a language, though. Just watching the stars myself and saw it, Kruger. That's crazy. Laying on the ground, marking parking lots. Richard, they're here. Don't think they ain't. It's been a while. I haven't seen one, but I seen a Black Panther twice, and me and my brother was out and about late at night, and we was coming up behind this old school across this big ass, long ass field, and every so often they have like a pine tree here and there, and my brother pointed out crossing this field, this big ass mountain lion. I mean, he was huge. He covered that whole field in like 3 seconds. And on the other side of the field, he jumped in between two pine trees. I swear he was up like 8, 10 feet up in the air and went in between them and disappeared. Like he was coming out around to cut us off. And behind us, we kept hearing it sound like a baby crying. And he kept crying over and over and over again. Come to find out that was his little baby cub that it was protecting. It was coming to take us out, man. That's They're here. Definitely believe they're here. Shutter Howard Road, New Stanton. You giving your address, Gene? I didn't know you were. I hear you, Kim. Not killing us with jabs. Yeah, I have two brothers and a sister. Two brothers, two sisters. Jeff, I didn't know. Uh, it's hard to believe no rattlesnakes. Right, Steve. I've been lucky so far. I know they're in there. I've seen them up there a lot. Timber rattlers are all over that mountain. But this year I've been lucky, man. I've been very lucky. I haven't seen any. I don't know if it's because it's around Bigfoot areas. They're not in there, but I've seen them up in that mountain, going up into that area. I've seen them. I've seen large timber rattlers up there. I don't know what's going on with that. A cat smaller than Cookie can jump to the top of the door and bounce. Right, Rich? I seen that cat jump, man. You did it blow your mind. We turned around. We went right back to the direction we came and then go back. I forget. I can't tell you guys what we was up to, but we was just out in the woods being stupid. Upside down tree. Uh, you just give it to everybody. There's always a. I got you. You know, Faye, I thought that a while back when we was going up into the cave area, and me and Fred was coming down. When we went in, there was a scuffling going on, and what was it? We couldn't figure out what the scuffling was about. And when we was coming back out through the same way, on top of this big ass flat rock, there was a copperhead curled up with teeth marks going all the way down it. Like something just grabbed it and chewed it the whole way down and curled it up on that rock and showed us like, hey, this thing could have got you. I thought that same thing when I seen that. The way that post put it up on top of that rock, curled it up on its back. I think so too, Faye. I think so too. Some other forest people had snakeskin laying across the welcome sign to Lake Cumberland. That's crazy. I mean, I don't see why they don't. They eat pretty much everything and anything up there, from the turkeys to the deer. Allegheny County. That's cool, Tracy. You're not far from me. I'm in Fayette County. So that's cool. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead. Well, I still got a little bit of voice left and jump out of here. But just know I ain't quitting. I'll never quit. Don't ever think that. It's just if I miss a Friday Night Live, I just needed a break. That's all that is. Or something came up and I had someplace I had to be. But other than that, I'll be here with you guys. They even raid outhouses. When we went camping, it was early in the morning. Before I go, I did have an experience with an outhouse. We was at Fred's baby mom's family's cabin, and I'm out in the outhouse. Everybody's still sleeping. It's early in the morning. It's like right at the crack of dawn. The sun just came up. It's early, and I'm sitting out there in the outhouse. I got the little wooden latch lock holding the door shut, and I'm sitting there, right, and while I'm sitting there, I hear some rustling outside. It's like maybe 10 feet from the wood line the outhouse is, and I hear something coming out of the back of the wood line back there, and I hear like a thump on top of the thing, and it like slid back to the back of the outhouse and down it. And what the hell? So I come out and there's nothing there, and there's no trees up above there, like where it could have dropped off and then rolled back, and nothing like that happened. You know what I mean? And I still to this day, I don't understand what the hell happened. Was it a Bigfoot put his hand up there? And it was that just I don't know. It's just something just leave your mind boggled, man. But with that being said, guys, thanks for hanging out with me this Friday Night Live. Definitely stay tuned for this next crazy ass adventure, guys. I will have something for you for this week, guys. So thanks for being there. Hit that like button on your way out. And my voice is gone officially. Stay tuned, guys.